everyone. Welcome to Appliance Advisors with Yale Appliance. I'm Francesco, joined by Dennis as always, and special guest this week, Eliza Sheffield, president of BlueStar. Now, BlueStar is definitely a brand that we've talked about a lot here, especially kind of over the last couple of years, and a brand that we've seen some really kind of significant growth, and a brand that kind of really started with ranges and now has kind of entered into a lot of different product categories. So we're really excited today to talk and dive deep into BlueStar a little bit with Eliza, who could certainly bring a lot of expertise about the company and the industry in general. So welcome. Good to have you on.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, really great to see BlueStar. Like I said, kind of seeing it firsthand. The growth has really been amazing and thought of as kind of a niche player in the commercial range space where like homeowners wanted that really commercial look and feel of a range, to now really full circle into having that still commercial heritage, but now right into a much more streamlined and dual fuel and full integration with technology and refrigeration and wall ovens and induction. I mean, it really has been a lot of growth in a relatively short amount of time as far as the appliance industry goes. And kudos to your team, Eliza, because the product put out there isn't just that you were able to say you did it and you're doing things differently and you're doing it well. So congrats.
Many thanks. Yeah, we appreciate that. As you guys know, building a luxury appliance brand is very fun, but also very challenging. So we're grateful for the success we've had so far.
Yeah, we talk so much about the commercial heritage and wanting that kind of professional style look and range, but so much of the growth with BlueStar really has been too with color and design and that part of it, which has been, great. Something that we've seen so much of that growth has been with that too. So just talk to us a little bit, who exactly is BlueStar? What do you offer in terms of appliances now and color and things like that? What is kind of your come to market strategy with BlueStar?
Yeah, so BlueStar today, we offer a very full range of cooking, ventilation, and refrigeration appliances. And we really position ourselves based on performance. So always offering best in class performance, no matter sort of what your cooking preferences are, right? Whether or not you prefer gas or electric or sort of anything in between. And then also, as you mentioned, Francesco, customization. So pretty early on in our brand's history, we offered the ability to get your range at that time tricked out in, it was 190 colors at first. And we've since expanded that to be over 1,000 colors that you can get on any type of appliance. You can do a custom color, so you could send in a paint sample or a vase or something that you're looking to match, and we'll make a custom color for you. And the other area of customization that's been just taken off for us is trim. So being able to outfit your appliance in a variety of trims like brass and copper and pewter, which is really trendy right now.
Excellent. So, it's funny because in the industry in general, certainly color and customization has definitely been huge. What would you say is like, what percentage of your products are going stainless steel versus color?
The majority of our products today have some form of customization on them. Yeah. So it's been a large source of growth for us. And I love to take people. We have our main factory is outside of Reading, Pennsylvania. And people are just blown away when they walk through the factory and they get to the end of our line before stuff gets boxed up, and they see the variety of colors and trims and just products that are going into boxes. Because I think you can go to our website and say, yeah, in theory, somebody would order that, purple or whatever stove, but nobody actually does. And then they come to the factory and it's pretty clear that people are really buying the customization that we offer, which is really fun.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of interesting too, because, obviously we know, you always did color. In COVID though, the customer, and now just the trend coming out of COVID is even more so that people are doing different. The color is in and it's in again, but not necessarily the traditional whites and blacks, although you do them. It's certainly all these different colors. And I think it's kind of really been healthy to see a lot of manufacturers trying to get into color. I think it helps with an awareness of what's possible. The
Yep.
one thing that I would say, and certainly give you guys just a definite different shout out as well, large companies try to do it as something they offer. This is kind of the core of your company. And I only say that because you pick that up in the fit and finish and the details. And
Yeah.
so that's kind of the difference. We show in our stores, we're showing lots of brands, colors, but it's really apparent quickly to a customer to be like, wow, look at this finish. I mean, this is a
Yeah, and Dennis, I think the other point is we're so serious about color that if you take a look at our lead time, so the amount of time the customer has to wait to get the product, it's really not color and trim doesn't add very much more time to the product, right? You're not looking at another 10, 15, 20 weeks, which to your point during COVID was really important because there was so many people were renovating and there was such a high demand that to be able to offer the color and customization in a pretty timely manner was great.
Excellent.
So talk to us. Certainly, we've heard of some new BlueStar products coming out. Dennis alluded to dual fuel ranges. So talk to us a little bit what you guys have coming that's new and new for the brand.
Yeah, so huge for us this year, 2023, is our new dual fuel range series. So we're incredibly excited about this product, and we were very proud to receive at the big industry trade show just a month or so ago. We actually won. This slide needs to be updated because yes, we did win an award in 2022. We won the Good Design Award, but we were very fortunate to win the best in show for kitchen and bath products at this year's show for the product. So it was a big honor and a great accolade to add as we really get serious about this launch. So dual fuel at the heart of this new range series is our X8 burner. And I think on the next page, it would just be helpful to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So BlueStar, we've always been known for our burner, right? In addition to the color and the customization, sort of our star-shaped restaurant-style burner has been another one of our calling cards. What we did for the dual fuel range is we took that shape and that format and are offering it in a sealed burner format and design. And the really nice thing about this burner is the control and versatility. So every single burner can go as high as 25,000 BTUs, but they all go down to that 500 BTUs, which is unparalleled throughout the space to date. So it really offers the home cook ultimate control and just the ability to get the performance that they're looking for, no matter what burner. So you're not like sort of moving things back and forth on this range. I think you guys have a little video clip of that just to kind of show it in action. So that's that sear, and then it goes down to the simmer, and then the lowest point is that warm. So you're going to get that level of performance on every single burner on the stove. Yeah. So people have been really, really excited about that, and it's been really neat to see the reception of the X8 burner in the market so far, and we're just getting going.
Yeah, I think it is important to point out, while the stove is beautiful, the utilitarian performance of it in a real commercial focus, right? So if you think about BlueStar products, one of the claims that it always had was really the professional home chef or someone that really wanted to use it because it had the performance. But that you still have that in your all gas stoves where you have that ability to truly break down the top, bring it to your sink, soak it, really kind of use the thing. Now sealed top, so consumers get that, just that idea that, all the spills will be contained and we can wipe the surface of the actual stove. So you hit two different types of users or how they want to clean it.
Exactly. And I think it's really interesting, Dennis, and it's a great point because I think there's lots of consumers who actually prefer what you just described in the open burner, where you're really kind of in it, right? You can take it apart and clean it and put it back together. And that's been, we get great feedback about that. I think, though, there is a segment of the market who just feels more comfortable, right, with the top being sealed and being able to wipe it down. So when we envisioned our dual fuel range, we really wanted to offer something to that segment of the customer base who's looking for the same type of power and performance, but is interested in that sealed top format.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really important. And we also say, you see all those colors, those beautiful colors. It is very possible, some people want to do color, they're scared of it, or they say, what if I grow
Yeah.
tired of it? The cool part about BlueStar, now certainly would cost a little bit of money, but it's not a big deal to replace a door and a toe kick on the front and make your desire for a purple stove, like you said earlier, a reality. But then if you ever got tired of it, make it back, a couple of parts, and you could make it stainless steel again. That idea that it can be flipped. And we have a lot of people that are saying, well, geez, I love this color and it's going to be great for me, but this stove is going to be around a while and I think I might sell in the next 5 or 10 years. Well, you could conceptually reskin a BlueStar to look however you kind of want it. And that flexibility in open burners or sealed burners, or color and flexibility to change. Homeowners really need to understand that BlueStar can really, you backwards to ask questions to yourself, like, how do you want to clean the stove? Because cleaning is a huge part of it. And you have an option for both. How do you want it to look? And if you ever think nervous, you're tired, well, you could have both. And that's really kind of a cool thing.
No, absolutely. I think the other thing I always tell people when they're getting nervous about making, big decisions like a range color is doing colored knobs is, talk about easy. We have lots and lots of consumers who have, believe it or not, multiple sets of knobs that they'll bring out depending upon the season, depending on what's going on. But there's nothing easier than kind of freshening up your kitchen with different, colored knobs. And, even someone like myself can put them on and off. You don't need a technical person to do that.
Yeah. So and talk to us a little more about that dual fuel range, because this is a competitive space. There's a lot of people there. We talk about the unique burner and kind of what that has to offer. But moreover, as we've talked personally, certainly not new to the industry, but newer. And I think that for yourself personally, I think that brings a lot of good perspective. And I remember you talking at the time that you were designing the control, and you were like, I don't want people to have to launch a rocket here. It should be like a couple of buttons and you're right to cooking. So can you talk about like kind of your mindset there?
Absolutely. And this project has been personally very, very fun for me, because I've been, I've had my hands on every part of the product design, and the controller is a great feature here. And the mission here was to be able to start baking your cake or roasting your turkey in very, very few steps, right? We wanted to come out with a control that you didn't need it. Nobody wants to read a manual. No one really wants to watch a video on how to operate something. So the goal here was to design an electronic control that, literally someone with no, technical skills could just, look at it, turn it on, and be baking that cake in 3 steps. And so that's what we've delivered here. The other thing about the control that I want to point out is, this was driven by user feedback, right, from folks in the industry and then just end consumers, is we felt very strongly that it needed to be ergonomic and it needed to be visible from a variety of different, like locations in the kitchens and also heights. So this control, it lays flat, but you just give it a little tap and it pushes out. And we've gotten a lot of positive feedback just about the ability to, again, it just goes back to ease of use. If you can't really read something, it's just going to be a lot more difficult to use.
Yeah, and also to know what we're talking about, because Donna Washington asked a great question. We are showing you and talking now about the launch of the new dual fuel range that BlueStar has. So yes, they make one. It's probably it won the award this year as the hottest product in 23. And we just got our first ones on our store. We're loving them already. So yes, they do make it. There's also a consumer still out there, though, that may say, you know what? I still don't like, I want a knob. I want an old school. And guess what? Again, like you said, BlueStar has something for everyone. They kind of do have that in another series of their gas ranges. So,
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that's an important point, Dennis, because the reality is, consumers have so many different types of preferences, right? And so when people will ask, who we're kind of going after with this stove, it's somebody who does prefer the electric oven. Francesca, can we just go back to that slide before? I just want to mention the oven. So one of the other calling cards of our brand is the size of our ovens. And so the picture that you see there is real, right? This is how our consumers are using the ovens. They are, oversized capacity ovens that fit those full commercial size sheet trays in our historical, all gas ranges. So when we decided to go into dual fuel, it was really important to us that we maintain that consistency here with our first electric oven in a range. And so very proud of the fact that this oven, so this is a 48-inch range that you're seeing here. Mm-hmm. The large oven, the 30-inch oven, fits that full-size sheet tray. And then the other neat thing is the smaller oven is very, very usable. Definitely didn't want to come out with a range where that smaller oven you kind of never use. This is a real workhorse of an oven, and it fits that half-size sheet tray as well. So that's something that people have really, really, indicated to us is important as we think about going into electric ovens is maintaining that capacity.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's a good lead into, and you kind of mentioned it, like, who is the customer? So truly, who is the BlueStar customer? And with the new product, it seems like there can be kind of a couple distinct different types of customers there as well. Yeah. So who is the BlueStar customer? What are they looking for?
Yeah. So at the heart of the BlueStar brand is a customer that we call the serious home cook, and we love getting to know our customers, right? So we'll do focus groups. We hear from them a lot, and they say really cool things to us, like, I love my stove more than any of my family members and things like that. So they're a group of very, very passionate home cooks, and they really pride themselves in their ability to cook fabulous meals for friends and family. And it's less about sort of that, they're not trying to mimic a restaurant chef, but they're incredibly competent. They're comfortable in the kitchen, and they want products that are simple and just very focused on high performance. Mm-hmm. So that's at the heart of our brand. Now, in addition to those serious, you don't have to be a serious home cook to have a BlueStar, right? Because we don't, we also appeal to a lot of folks who are like, look, at the end of the day, I love the fact that if I become a better cook, this is going to be a great stove for me and give me that performance. But really, I'm looking for a product that can give me the look, the design that I'm going for in my kitchen, and is just very versatile. So that's another segment of our consumer base is that more design focused consumer who's looking for the ability to create a customized look in their kitchen.
Excellent. So let's talk a little bit more about color too. So, because there is so many options, and we always talk about the color, but it can certainly get overwhelming for sure for a customer. So talk to us about, how does BlueStar make that easier? What are some collections you have? What are some of the most popular colors, things like that?
Yeah, no, it's a great point. And at the end of the day, we want people to we want to offer, unmatched customization, but to your point, it has to be kind of easy and approachable. So we have a tool on our website. It's called our Build Your Own BlueStar. And that's a great feature for folks who are really just at the beginning of their process and their research, their learning. They're trying to figure out what product they might want. So in this tool, it gives you the ability to kind of say, what are you looking for? A range, a stove, a hood, and then add the color, add the metal trim, and really get a picture of what your product might be. So that's always a first, step for folks in the process. And then from there, we really encourage you, once you've kind of narrowed down, are you looking for grays or reds or whites or creams or whatever, to go ahead and order a sample. Like, so we send out color samples that are actually the metal, right? The powder coated metal versus just kind of, we have color fans and whatever, but we always really encourage people to go ahead and order that sample, both of the color or the trim, just to make sure that when they're, either if they're working with a designer or not, but just in their kind of process of designing the kitchen, that they're really getting the color that's gonna make their design really come to life. Excellent. So so lots of options on our website in terms of just getting more comfortable. The other way that we sort of get folks interested in different collections is just to do some seasonal work. So if we go, if you go forward to the next slide, this winter, we put together this, we call it our winter color collection. It's been really, really popular. Maybe not the one in the middle from an actual sales perspective, but honestly, the other colors have been selling really well. And it's a nice, neutral, calming winter palette that can really kind of read neutral. If you look at those grays and those blues, those are going to work really well and be very, very timeless. So we'll do color collections like that again, just to kind of give people some fresh ideas about options for their kitchen.
Yeah, kind of the trendy colors or the colors of the year, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So it's a great point, because a lot of companies, paint companies, et cetera, will do these colors of the year. And it was interesting to me because they do run the gamut of being, kind of livable colors to more, extreme colors. And it's really fun to see for us. And actually at the industry trade shows, we always try to show the color just on a stove because it's fun to look at. For the last couple of years, BlueStar, we've actually had worked with a designer to come up with our own color of the year. So we go, I think it's on the next slide. You're going to see our color of the year that we're calling wine red. So this is really a fresh take on red. I mean, in years past, reds, more of like actually the color that I'm wearing now, were very, very popular for BlueStar and others. And I would say in the past sort of 5-ish years, people have really moved towards blues and creams and blacks and whites and stuff. But the designer that we worked with, her name is Naj. She's based out in San Francisco. Really felt strongly that this particular hue of red was just offering that fresh perspective on the color. And she really views this as, believe it or not, a neutral in the kitchen. We showed this at KBIS, got great reception to it. It's a very dark, rich color, very bold though, again. So it would have to be somebody who's really looking for that statement piece in their kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really easy. You have made it approachable. And we actually, I think Naj even weighed in on a new display that we're putting in of your stuff.
She did. Yeah. She's great.
Makes it super easy. Kind of like, if Naj says it will look good, it probably I
have to tell you though, Dennis, at KBIS, she actually paired this color with knobs that were about the color of my shirt. And I thought it was stunning. There was definitely, it was meant to be provocative. And so kind of, sometimes it's fun to be out there with color.
Yeah, definitely.
The color can definitely be divisive for sure.
and I think just sitting here for a minute, we've talked a lot about the range because it's a massive launch, but back to you're seeing it here, refrigeration. Full columns and built-in refrigeration in the last couple of years. Not only are they well built and stainless steel interior and great lighting and all these things, but also again sticking to that thing we kind of breezed over, a full sheet pan.
Right.
Everyone has a different perspective. We're talking a full catering sheet pan. That is much larger than what most of us own. And when you think of like your refrigerators can do that same thing and slide out of the refrigerator actually for easy access. Like a lot of things were really, again, focused on someone that really intends, while they're beautiful, but really to use these things in a real way or entertain or just day to day for their family. So pretty well thought out stuff.
No, it's a great point, Dennis. And then the other thing, it's nice to see it actually on this slide here, is ventilation. Yep. So just back to kind of new products and things that are coming out for BlueStar this year. On the left there, you're seeing one of our new statement hoods that we're calling the Ridgeline. So ventilation has been explosive in terms of growth for BlueStar, and really, really focused on these statement hoods that can be, kind of the jewel of the kitchen. Ventilation is often, for a lot of consumers, like one of the last things that they think about in kitchen design. But we've seen a trend of people wanting to go big and bold with their hoods and really kind of pick up on the customization that they're doing with cooking and with refrigeration, or not, or sometimes kind of keeping it more neutral, just stainless and strapping. But this Ridgeline hood, so it's a 36-inch tall hood. So that's going to look really, really nice in those larger kind of, 9-foot ceiling homes that people are really liking these days. So very excited about that. That's available now already. So it's up on our website.
Yeah, and like we had said earlier, you're seeing this product. We also just put suites in our store where even if you don't have that 9-foot ceiling and you want a counter depth refrigerator, you can customize color, counter depth, and you have standard stock finishes that are really quick to ship. Our display came in quickly, and you can do a full suite. So, a lot of times when we talk on this show about colors and customizations, I know a lot of homeowners may be thinking, well, it's beautiful, but maybe I can't afford it. I think BlueStar tells a different story, really. And it's not just because Eliza's here. If you were in the showroom, we'd say that to you, right? And we want to put this stuff on because it makes it affordable, really, for anyone to have fun and have color and have a great product that they're going to like to use. But then for those folks that just want to keep going, and whether it's French door ovens that split out like you guys have, and, you can really go and customize and get to a different level, but it's also very approachable. So really you cover, and I think that's kind of been the cool thing. And I say all this and you'd think you guys have hundreds of products. You really don't. You have well-curated product that you can do a lot of different things to, which therefore gives you a lot of options.
No, absolutely. And I mean, Dennis, we're really focused on building out the brand in a very smart and, to use your word, curated way, and really offering, different types of products at some variety of price points as well is going to be really important for our growth.
Yeah. And I will say this too, because this gets asked a lot. The one thing I don't think you have got to yet, Eliza, maybe you haven't had enough time. God, you've been putting out enough product in a short amount of time, but dishwashers. And that is a real particular piece, right? There's a lot of really big brands, but there again, you can finish right to the dishwasher with BlueStar, where you will make the panels and they could put it on their favorite brand, whether that's Miele or that's Bosch, or, Beko.
Exactly.
You can keep going.
And that can be painted as well, right?
Correct.
So you're going to see BlueStar sticking with categories where, we feel like we have the best of the best, right, in terms of that product development talent. And so for now, we're going to stay with our dishwasher panel and be happy with that.
For sure.
So, we talked a lot about growth, and certainly, there's been a lot of challenges in the industry for sure over the last couple of years. But what kind of unique challenges has BlueStar faced already, just growing from that smaller niche company, like we said, to really having that more of a full product line where you're into the ranges and the ventilation, refrigeration, colors, the design aspect? What challenges have you faced with the growth there in such a short period of time?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the largest challenges we face is going to be no surprise to anyone, which has just been supply chain issues over the last couple of years. And it's hard to, it's sort of, people are tired. Everyone's tired. I'm tired as a consumer of hearing companies talk about it. I'm just like, yeah, it's over, move on. But the reality is that it's not, and it continues to be something that we're very, very focused on. Over the last couple of years, we have been able to maintain industry-leading lead times on our products, but that came at that was a very large focus, shall I say, for our organization to enable that. So we're continuing to make sure that we can deliver our high-quality products and not keep you waiting, a year to get your appliance, because we've heard from our customers how frustrating that is. Just you're excited about something, you decide to purchase, and then to have to wait that long is a challenge. So focus on that. The other thing is, honestly, we are focused on having the best and brightest talent at the company, and talent is always hard to come by. But we're very, very proud of the team that we've been able to build and recruit. And as it relates to product development, again, just focused on bringing in teams that are second to none in terms of their ability to deliver unique, cutting edge products, because we really want to avoid coming out with Me Too products, because there's just no point.
Yeah, it is true. You guys did really, it was amazing. And, again, that you kept up with the pace that you did with the customization you do. But I think, and it was on the slide early and it was fast. It came by quickly, but, Pennsylvania, I mean, these are made in the US, which I think for a lot of reasons, certainly not a political
No.
show at all. But with all the optics and more so just the efficiency of being able to control your labor staff here in the States for 95% of everything you do has been a huge help, I got to imagine.
No, absolutely. I mean, and we're very proud of the fact that, the company's been manufacturing in Pennsylvania since 1880. So
Wow.
we're proud to be part of that community. And it's been very helpful to us to have, the products that are made here. That definitely helps with being able to maintain the lead times that we do.
Fantastic.
So what other growth opportunities are there? I mean, we've talked about so much about new product and the growth you've had, but what's the future? What other growth do you see for BlueStar?
So you're going to see us continuing to build out our refrigeration line. So Dennis talked about that a little bit. So we launched in, I think it was 2016, our first built-in product, our first built-in refrigerator. And have had a lot of success with that line. We're going to continue to expand there. We've launched column refrigeration. So that's the separate refrigerator and freezer, which can be integrated into cabinetry or actually can be custom color matched to your range and stove. So if you wanted to kind of have that integrated look in your kitchen, but you want that pop of color, you're able to do that with our columns. So we're going to continue to grow to grow that line as well. So that's refrigeration, very, very important part of the market for us, because again, we decided to make the big move into refrigeration because we heard from our BlueStar consumers that they're really looking to have a complete BlueStar kitchen that would allow them to kind of seamlessly use the products. As Dennis mentioned, you can take that full-size catering tray from the oven and put it right in your refrigerator, or vice versa. If you're prepping something, take it, and then have the matching ventilation. That's critical when you are, cooking, certainly cooking with gas and with other forms as well, to have that professional grade ventilation to pair with it. So that's a big focus for us. So speaking of additional cooking products, you're going to see a lot of innovation from BlueStar in the induction space this year and coming certainly into 24 and beyond. We believe that consumers are increasingly looking for for a variety of preferences, have a variety of preferences, and are looking for different options and how they're going to cook. And we are focused on delivering unique solutions to give them that professional level performance, whether or not they choose electric, meaning induction, or gas. So we're going to launch our first. We have an induction cooktop, which is a nice piece. It has knobs which you can color and customize. So that's been good for us. But we're going to be launching our first 30-inch induction range this summer, and then you'll see us kind of expand that category. And I think we are, like a lot of people, focused on offering larger size induction ranges because we know that in the luxury segment of the market, the 48-inch range is a very popular piece. We'd love to be able to and plan to be able to offer that in induction very soon.
Fantastic. And let's lead it. I want to circle back to two. Donald had the question earlier about the dual fuel range, which we answered, but he then asked, where can you find BlueStar products? Donald, if you want to give us our area after the show, I'm sure Eliza can. And you can find a dealer locator right on the.
Yeah, we have a dealer locator on our website that's pretty easy to use. You just pop in your zip code and it'll come right out. And it'll actually tell you what products are displayed at different retailers throughout the country.
Which is great. And then Dan O'Toole just asked, Eliza, when will we see cooktops or range tops with that new X8 burner?
We are working on it. Lots of demand for that product. So that's definitely in the works as well.
Dan, sounds like she's skirting that. Listen, I'll keep on her. We need that sooner than later. We both agree.
No.
Not enough new products coming out.
Yeah, not enough new products. Come on, Eliza. What have you been doing?
I'll make sure my head of engineering is watching this and, feels the heat.
We'll put exactly. We'll put the pressure on for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Fran, we have anything else for Eliza today?
No, that's it. This was great. I think it was a lot of really good information. Great to hear what you have to say about the company, the new products coming out. I can tell you we're certainly excited to see the new dual fuel ranges and get those on display and working on some
I can't wait to come and see it in your showroom.
Yeah,
there.
It is true. I felt like this show, if anyone felt like this was a little more infomercially, because we're like BlueStar, BlueStar, BlueStar. But I got to tell you, it seems like yesterday that we were talking honestly. And, I think at the time it was BlueStar. We both wanted to work with each other, but I was really like, hey, let's slow down. You're a range company.
Yeah.
Let's see where this thing goes. And now, in our stores, we pride ourselves in these mega kitchens that are live, but those are just for the selected few. And we're finally putting in BlueStar and kicking other people out. Sorry, brands, but we're product people. And at the end of the day, if the product is innovative, different, and we feel like customers are going to need and want to see it, then it makes it really easy for us to say, hey, they're in prime time and you guys are really getting there. So I have a lot of personal pride in seeing the work you guys have done, because you've done a great job.
Definitely. Well,
Thank you so much for joining us. Honestly, it's a pleasure to work with folks like yourself. It's a true kind of partnership in terms of building the company, and always appreciate the insights and support, and what you guys do for the appliance industry is great.
Good. And Betty Peng, I don't know if she ordered from Yale, but apparently she ordered a BlueStar refrigerator. So, we end off with a sale.
Awesome.
As salespeople, we got to sell
picture.
stuff. Thank you, Betty. It'll make our lives a little easier. Well, this was great. We appreciate you coming on. Seriously, good work. Good job with your team.
Thank you so much.
And tell them to keep up the great work and building some great product we can be proud of.
Yeah, definitely check out BlueStar on their Instagram and YouTube channels as well. And
we're at BlueStarCooking.com.
At BlueStarCooking.com.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll pop that right up for you there. Excellent. And definitely like and subscribe Appliance Advisors on our channel as well, on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. Definitely like and subscribe there. And we appreciate you joining us as always. And thank you very much, Eliza. This was great.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Have a good great rest of your weekend. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.